Good morning, gamers. Welcome to the first session of this arc of Mediterrania. This is a world of potent magic where the gods are called the Olympians, or the 13 and 1. They wrestled ownership of these lands from the generation before them, the tyrannical titans, in the Dawn era. You'll learn more about this history, but for now just know that we're in the beginning of the third year of the third era. The humanoids of Mediterrania mostly live in city-states or in the countryside around them. But where we're going, there are no cities, because this story is set in the Greco wild space system. But I'm not the main character of this story. Say hello to the player characters. Say hello to my D&D buddies.
Hey! What's up?
We are a little bit familiar with this, but we're excited for all of you to get a chance to see this world as well. I've been working on it for a few years, quite some time, like 5-ish years, thanks. But this is chapter 1 of this arc, so you're not missing anything. What you can see, we said we'd start in the city-state of Crete. Dazzling towers greet like a cold winter sunrise. The towers of Crete surround this massive castle, and the districts form a sort of hexagonal grid where there's 6 different districts around the castle. 2 of them are up against the ocean, the military and the docks district, and then you have the temple district, I had it here, hold on. There's a temple district, an industrial district, I've already said military,
I am very comfy.
You're glowing.
oh,
I am
duh,
glowing.
there's a market district, and then
No,
the final one is called
I
the
actually
Minotaur
slept until like
district.
3:30. Actually,
Minotaur.
Military, market, docks, Minotaur, industrial, and
Temple.
temple. Yes. So, as we get into it, you can see we sort of pan in. The fishing boats are setting sail along the coast as traveling merchants arrive, opening up shops, stalls. Like I said, there's dazzling towers associated with Crete skyline, and occasionally a few spelljammers that approach these towers and dock. But the spelljammers that are associated with those often have contracts with wizards in those towers or such things. So first, if I could have one of my PCs describe their appearance, what they're doing in the city, and if they have more than one person with them, I'd like to describe the other people. So if you could start Winter, what do we see when we look at Winter entering this city from the market district? You sort of walk into the gates on it's like the southeastern side of this massive city-state. You walk through and immediately you're greeted by like bustling vendors and barkers shouting out like, "Oh, bags of holding, get them now while we still got them." Rare Atlantean imports, that sort of thing. You're walking, and if you could describe the 2 characters with you as well.
So Winter, the first distinct thing you'd notice about him now are his new gauntlets, because it's the only different color that's on him. A lightish brown compared to the normal dark and light blue kind of camouflage look he's going on. He's a Winter Eldarin, and he's special in the way he's unable to change from Winter. The other 2 compatriots with him would be the red-skinned infernal tiefling Isabella, is Winter's wife, and their
Or-
young daughter,
Sorry, Fire Genasi.
Fire Genasi.
Great.
I thought it.
You're good.
And their purple-skinned daughter, Alexandria.
Mm-hmm.
And the little kid's got something special about her.
Not even a year old.
Yeah.
They're sort of walking together. Isabella's hair is like fire, and occasionally her daughter's hair erupts in flame, but is otherwise kind of like two tufts at the moment. And there's you're walking through the city, and she kind of looks around nervous. She's only like maybe 5 feet on a good day, right? And she kind of walks around a little nervous and is like, use some protection, and is going to. Oh wait, I have it. She says, "Stip me," and is going to vanish and appear on the other side of you, and do refreshing step. So she's gonna. If you could actually mark, I think it's a 2nd level pact slot that she has. We're going to. I'm gonna roll a d10. You get 1 temp HP.
One
Whoops. Yeah.
that's-
However, as this mother with this sort of like large kind of backpack-esque carrying contraption, like flawlessly, seamlessly, there's like a rune that appears on the shoulder strap as the normally would be impossible for someone to come with in the Misty Step, and the baby just teleports right over. But as a consequence, the little girl starts to laugh. Could you roll a d100 for me?
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Where are they? They were just rolled over.
They're over here.
Oh, yeah. How could you put them on? Oh no. I got 75. You teleport up to 60 feet into an unoccupied space you can see.
Okay, so this happens on the baby, right? So in this case, what happens is the baby laughs because of the teleport and then disappears again. You both have half a second panic, and then the little baby poof, appears in your arms.
Whoa. That one's new.
The
That could have
Incredibles.
been bad.
Incredibles. You got my reference.
I did. I got that one.
Wow, that one was a bit.
Cookies.
That's
Oh,
a
nom nom cookie. Yeah.
Right, I think for sure, like a little sort of, I don't know how babies that are not very old eat. I'll say some like mushed up applesauce comes out of the baby pack, and Isabella feeds Alexandria for a while, and then lets her go back into the baby carrier. So you guys are walking through the market district. All of my players have received a letter. Not all of them have them on them, but they all have received the same letter.
I have
So
a letter up there. I just don't. Here.
I think I know where Winter's heading, but are you trying to head towards the drawbridge or make a detour?
I think something would catch Winter's eye at the Atlantean goods.
Okay,
Have a little detour first.
So
Can I ask, where do I find your spell slots on these papers? Oh, there we go.
yeah, I'm not entirely sure how the Sorlock shows up like that,
Because-
but yeah, Isabella is a
Okay,
Sorlock.
and she has 2 at this.
Whoa.
She would have 2, but I'm not sure what level. Maybe 3rd level? Or, sorry.
If she's 5th level, she'd probably be 2nd.
No, 5th level would just be 3.
5th level would.
Yeah.
But
So
is
she's
it
got
3 slots or 2 slots?
she's got 3 slots as a sorcerer at that level, and then 2 slots as a warlock.
Okay,
That's cool, wasn't it?
Yeah. So let's just have her use one of the 2nd level for the Misty Step.
Oh, 2nd?
Just one of her sorcerer slots.
Okay. Yeah, because it didn't have any of the warlock slots. That was the thing that was confusing.
Oh, that's
me.
strange. Here, if you want to write it in, I got a pen.
Oh, I got
You
it
can
with my
erase it.
pencil.
You could head over towards like a Barker. You see sort of a sign that's just popped up by like a movable like big cart. It says Emmanuel's Imports with an I.
Winter would look at it, see what he's got.
So he kind of pulls out a couple items. This guy walks up and he's like, "Greetings, traveler. I'm Emmanuel the Shrewd." Pulls out like several rings. Is like dime a dozen. You can get a ring of aquatic adaptation in this from Atlantis if you're looking for an import. Alternatively, he pulled out this strange box, this like gray box covered in buttons. This one was its final name is the Atlantean counter-invisibility device, but I believe at one point they referred to this as the Atlantean subterfuge suballocator. You know, but they had to change that for the for branding purposes. So it's just the acid now.
It's just.
With it, you can make yourself invisible, and you can even see yourself. A notable problem, right? This one might be a little hard to pay for unless you're a wealthy individual. This is a wait. I had a name for this crap. It's a staff.
Make yourself invisible, but
Oh
also
no!
see yourself.
I gotta sign in again.
That's a bit.
Crap.
The king's new clothes.
I'm gonna pull it up on my phone real quick. We'll get it. I'm
see
doing great.
yourself, but you feel.
I mean, if you're invisible, can you see yourself?
Yeah,
No.
probably not. You have to cast it that way.
Ah, so he pulls out this like blue and silver long metal rod, and he says, "This is what the Atlanteans refer to as a rod of release. Hard to come by. Very useful if you encounter a petrified individual."
Huh. A rod of release.
How much money do you have?
Can I try and insight any of this to see what he's saying is true?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and I have a number for the insight check.
I don't know which one I'm gonna. At least my insight's very good. That's a 21.
Okay, so you passed my DC. What you can immediately tell is the story where he called the device the ass made up. It seems like he's trying to get a sale out of you that way. As far as you can tell, you think he's being honest about the items that what they can do.
What they can do. I do like the rod of release. How much?
I couldn't possibly part with this for more than 1,800 gold pieces.
You don't have that much money, Vince.
Look at me, I got 2 kids here.
Sort of looks around, sees you kind of eyeing him and giving a discerning eye, and is like, maybe we could do a barter. Just don't tell me about
Gizmo's on your backpack.
Amazing.
What about
I guess
do
not.
1,400
come
plus
on.
the special little leaf stone I had?
We're not evolving Pokemon here.
Fascinating. Make me a persuasion check.
Hooray, persuasion.
This one is a contested roll.
Why is that the one thing I don't have proficiency in?
Okay, so this is a shrewd merchant, and he's making an insight check.
We got this one.
That's a tilt. Fuck.
It's
It's
tilted.
tilted.
So,
Okay, so that's a 16.
I rolled a natural 17.
No pluses.
I have pluses.
Oh, you have pluses.
No, he's so.
I couldn't get a guidance. Does she know? Did
They
you give
don't
her?
because
She's
they
a
can't
divine
learn,
soul.
you know?
You didn't give her guidance. She has chill. She has message, chill touch, mending, spare the dying, mage hand, eldritch blast, minor illusion, prestidigitation,
Yeah, but she's
firebolt,
a-
true
she's a,
strike, and
uh,
why does she have true strike?
It's good in the new game.
She's a sorcerer warlock, right?
Yeah.
Well, she's
She
a
wouldn't
true
have-
soul.
She wouldn't have access to guidance.
It's her subclass. She does have healing spells. But
Oh.
I didn't put guidance on there. Whoops.
Can't believe you. I
Was there
failed
a-
by one?
I don't think favored by the gods is
With your pluses, was it over 20?
if you fail.
Yeah, he didn't add his.
Yes.
Okay, then it wouldn't have mattered because even with a 4 on guidance, it still would have only been 20.
Right.
So, sorry about your guidance, Roscoe.
She can do other things. She'll help you out there.
Thanks for
He goes, I'm sorry, perhaps we could make a trade with one of these, other items.
What about a dwarven rapier?
So, like, takes a moment, kind of looks it over. Very fine make on this thing. Okay, 1400, dwarven rapier, and that strange stone.
Sure, I can part with all that.
Here you go, sir.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Rod of release.
Yeah, it's specifically an Atlantean rod of release.
Don't forget that part.
Might be helpful. With that, we're going to keep things moving. You got a chance to buy from this import merchant, and you guys start making your way towards the drawbridge where you've been summoned. Who wants to take number 2?
Isla?
Roll off.
Isla, you want to do it?
Sure.
All right. So as we all know, Commodore Isla Wren appears sailing in, and we'll have a chance to dock at the docks. If you could tell me what your character looks like, and if there are any other characters that might be with you.
I am a water genasi pirate
Mm-hmm.
with blue and green hair, and I don't think I'd have any characters with me. I'd have my crew, but like they're just kind of a mismatch of
Misfits.
misfits.
Right. You got your crew. Like
Yeah, I have, but they're just like not a. They're
How
just
many
a
crew
Isn't
bunch
there a
members do you
chef
have?
special?
How many crew members do you have?
My first mate is what was these characters' name?
Amelia
Amelia.
and Zura. Yeah. So there are like 2 druids on that the ship that you're pulling in on. Well, I guess we also have to discuss which ship is pulling into harbor. Are both of them? So you'll pull up and dismount. Not dismount.
This board.
Right.
Doc?
Come aboard. D-board.
Mhm.
As a number of you could see
Embark. That's disembark.
disembark.
Thank you.
I'll say the druid Hildorf, Rhymhilda, is sort of manning the more special ship that you have here. Could you describe that ship?
It is
For me?
a hammerhead spaceship.
It's a spelljammer.
Spelljammer.
right? But it doesn't look like a hammerhead.
It looks like a great white shark.
Mm-hmm.
Great way.
Yeah, sort of a reskinning of.
It has the stats of a hammerhead shark.
Right. The only
but
difference
it's-
is the decks that would be in like the wide head are in the fins.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And it has a bite instead of a ram. It does the same. So sort of pulling in, you can see that you have to pull in behind the sailing ship in one of these regular mundane docks, but the members of the crew are able to disembark. You can see Scruffy sort of runs off the ship shaggy, wet hair from like a cold rain that's just ceased. Runs up and like gets up all on your face and gives you a big lick, right?
So they all disembark and shore leave!
You see this like really, really old-looking turtle with a sort of walking stick step off the sailing ship, the Great Pearl, and make for the nearest. We'll say the nearest brothel in this town.
I have one.
Yeah, something you can see off in the distance. You can only see the first letter of each of the words, S, 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 B, and B. But you can see off in the distance is this old turtle named Queequeg sort of walks towards Silky Smooth out.
That's great. I just hope you use the mini for it.
Well, he's just a crew member, but I looked at it and I was like, I'm gonna use this one.
Great.
Isla, you know your destination. You're heading towards this drawbridge as well. Do you take anyone with you or head there solo?
You don't have Amelia stat sheet. It's okay. I'll go alone.
Okay.
Scruffy.
You take your ship dog and instruct the rest of your crew to stand by. Sounds perfect. As you're walking in through the docks, you can see there is what looks to be a poster. Let me see.
What? Mind blown.
Right, so you can see a poster, and it's got a thing at the top that says, "Attention all adventurers," and it's like big capital A's with an exclamation point. There are a number of them sort of plastered up against this wall that you kind of have to walk past as you're heading in towards the city. If you stop to read it, what you could see is, "Attention all adventurers, the wizard Xenia Rapto visits Crete from Athens and invites you to a speech. Come to the temple district today," in all caps, "at mid-afternoon," which you would know would be 3 p.m., "for an in-depth discussion on religious philosophy regarding the Arcanum." And Arcanum is also capitalized. You're sort of looking at it, kind of confused by the message, though it's simple enough. Come to a speech. Could you go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
It's a TED Talk.
He warned you about this.
Oh no, they're using hypno tricks. All the A's meant something.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
8.
So you look at this poster, you read it, kind of weird. You look at it, you're like, should go to that. Grab the poster off the wall, keep walking.
Alright.
So I guess we know where you're gonna go.
Always assume anything.
I know where Isla's going.
It's still the morning.
Well, that she knows where
Like I
she's
said,
going. We know.
You guys are sort of
Well,
coming in
yeah.
together. Winter got there first, but you guys are
going
quickly
straight to the
following.
job after the Atlantean shit.
I'll say the most logical thing, if we're already in the docks and Isla's walking on, if we get to our other captain.
Alright. How's it going, everybody?
Captain
If you could
My name
describe
is
your
Abyss,
character.
and I am
And the
a
characters
blue
with you?
turquoise. Oh shit! I was given the description. What?
If you could describe your character and the character with you.
yeah, that was the idea.
That's all.
All right. So we'll go again. My name is Abyss, and I am a Yanti that is blue and turquoise. I'm pretty good in the arts of stealth. I'm a rogue. And I just acquired a few things like my black squid ship Spelljammer, and its name is the Black Tentacle. I've also, whenever I walk now, I have a Staff of Power. My robe is made of black and green inlay. Over my travels, I've made a lot of money, so I'm able to make myself look as lavish as I feel like it. Until recently, I need to buy crew members, so once I come into Crete, my priority will be to sell some of the goods that I have so I can hire some crew members for my new spelljammer.
Mm-hmm. So the other figure you can see.
Also, sorry, I'm
Right?
sorry.
No, you're good.
When
Supposed to be
I was on
an ASMR.
an ASMR, yes. He is an ASMR named Tony that I saved from an evil sorcerer.
Yeah.
He was a sorcerer.
Sorcerer Cleric.
That I had went on an adventure with to obtain this staff. Unknowingly, that's what we were going for, and the person who took me planned on betraying me and leaving me for death. Unfortunately, it was the cause of his death because I smoked his ass. And also, I saved Tony in the process because his old master was pretty abusive, and now me and Tony, we're going to be tight buddies. So, I've gone ahead, and I'm just going to say that I've kind of bought him garments that slightly match mine and his flavor of clothing. And I'm going to go ahead and dock my squid ship, and if it's possible, I'm going to take Tony with me into town, and
Yep.
however much I got to pay for the dock fee and for someone to watch it.
Yeah, you can talk to the dock master, which really you should have done as well. Let's go ahead and say it's just single gold to dock a day. But Isla has to spend 2. You have 2 ships.
I know. I'm a Commodore!
You can sort of see this like nearly translucent like mage armor shimmer around Tony's body, around his clothes, because he has no armor. And then you can also see this sort of like it's like a single arcane abjurative rune that just sort of revolves around him. Yeah, revolution.
Also, there's one other thing on my character in particular that looks different than others. I have a certain dagger that is not an ordinary dagger and resembles such as a, would you like to describe the look?
Right, it's like grays and blacks mostly, with this like, it's got a black pommel stone that looks like a really fine like onyx sort of thing. This like wide cross guard and this like, it's a short dagger, but it's got a very wide base to it. But you can actually like, I'd say if you were to throw it and catch it just nonchalantly, as you throw it in the air, like the wide sort of chunky dagger literally gets thinner as it's flying through the air, and then when it catches in your hand, it's the same dagger again. But it like as you throw it or toss it, it's deceptively light.
Right. So, on my character, that is what you see. And I'm going to head into town to get some money to hire crew for my new acquired ship.
Alright. I'll say as you're sort of walking into town, go ahead and make me a perception check.
Alright, first roll for the abyss dice. Let's see how well you do. That's an 11. You said perception.
Mhm.
That's a dirty 20.
That was the number I was looking for.
Oh, nice. 9.
Maybe
I have plus
180 feet in front of you, walking behind some sort of wall that's blocking your line of sight, you can see Commodore Isla Wren walking away from her ships and into the city. Like
Isla!
180
Hey!
feet.
It's been a minute!
Abyss!
Look what I got! It's a black tentacle!
I got. Well, you were there.
Yeah.
You were there.
At the
I got
end,
it.
I seen your new ship. How's it been working for you?
Good.
Alright. I don't know. I've only had this one for a couple months. And I'm kind of breaking it in. But so far, so good. It's only just been... This is Tony. I
Hi,
saved him.
Tony.
He had a bad owner that beat him and abused him. And
Oh, we don't like that.
then I had to kill him.
That's
But
a
it's
shame.
okay because look what I got.
Nice.
You know this lady boss?
Huh?
You know this lady boss?
Yes, I do. This,
Nice to meet you.
This is Isla. I was in a few months ago. We had to stop this bitch named Felena.
I think you told me about that, boss. Cool.
Yep, we smoked her too.
Smoked your ass.
We're gonna smoke a lot of things. Monsters. We smoke monsters.
Stop. Put it away. We can't be seen with that.
No elf jizz in Crete.
No elf is in Crete right now. Look, there's a freaking guard over there. Stop. Put it away.
You can see this sort of like brass armored, like hoplite-esque soldier kind of does a look around, makes eye contact with the dockmaster, who doesn't give any sort of signal towards you guys because you paid up, and the soldier walks away.
Keep that shit under wraps. Anyway, so that's what I've been up to. What have you done?
A lot of pillaging. A lot of looting.
That's nice. Hey, now that we're on topic, you know, I just got this new squid shit. You think you could float me some money for some crew members? Because we go way back. And it looks like you got plenty of crew members over there. So, like, you know, mine can only crew 15. If you could help me hire, like, you know, 7, that would be great. And, you know, since we're tight, you should just, and you've been, oh, and not to mention, you've been pillaging and plundering all that loot you've been getting. You could probably spare some.
And we're gonna move on.
Correct.
I have 15 crew members. How many does my my spaceship need?
I love using my
How many
friends.
does my spaceship need?
I mean, technically,
Where did
you know,
I had the? Do you have the book? Yes.
Yes.
I seen my shot and I took
I'm
it.
trying. I don't remember what the hammerhead is. I remember what his is.
What, mine?
I'm trying to remember how many crew members my
I
ship
only
takes.
crew 13, I believe. It's either
A
13 or
hammerhead
15.
ship can fit up to 15 crew before they start losing air.
Then mine's 12. It's either 12 or 13.
Yeah, 12 or 15.
And right now it's me and Tony, so I can only fit, I think, 9. So yeah, it's only
There's so many S's. 13.
13.
Do you have
So I
11
have
slots left?
11.
Because I'm going to take my whole crew except for. Because I have 15 crew members.
Right, so you need to help me hire some because of all the pillaging and plundering and all that gold you got.
Like I said, we're gonna keep going. Roll off.
Roll off.
For who does next? Just roll a d20. You get a 9. So
Just
you're
roll a
higher than
physical
9.
20.
13.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna save your character for last.
I'm gonna set those traps.
All right.
Careful the back.
So,
So please be careful.
Tommy, who do we see? And I think we just see one character, but if you could describe to me, like, what you're doing as you enter this city-state, sort of unfamiliar territory for you.
Actually, I'm probably looking around at all the bustling people, all this commerce around, because I'm very not used to the big city. I'm used to small towns and stuff. So,
Would you say you got dropped off at a ship or walked?
Walked.
Okay, great. So you'd be in the market district, just like how Winter was, just a little later in the morning.
yeah. And I'm just kind of looking around, moving as I'm in awe at this gigantic marketplace.
But yeah, you can see like people rushing into like little shops that have been set up. There's like a couple of Cretan citizens that have like grabbed a bag of holding and are like pulling it, and it's threatening to rip. What you see when you look around here is like a bustling city, but the more you look at these people, the more you realize that Crete is very much a city of adventurers. This is a place where the well-traveled come to do business and take a load off or make some money. Like, you look around and you don't see a lot of people that look like, I'd say the biggest difference between this huge city and the towns and villages that you're more used to is you don't see anyone that looks like commoners. You don't see anyone that looks like farmers. Everyone looks like they kind of do something, and that makes it fun, but also a little dangerous.
Yeah. I'll probably just keep heading deeper, maybe go a little closer to the designated area, like where am I getting that? That note doesn't have a location other than Crete.
The drawbridge,
Yeah.
outside the castle.
I'll probably go a little closer to that. Maybe look around at some of the like shops.
I'd say as you're kind of looking around the market district, kind of just window shopping for the moment, you pass by another one of those "Attention All Adventurers" posters. So just for the sake of it, I'm going to read it to you here
Okay.
because your character hasn't seen this.
Yeah.
Attention
Hey, I
all
didn't have to
adventurers.
roll one either because she grabbed the poster.
There's more than one. He said there's
I
probably
did.
posters all over.
You want to roll one? No, I'm just kidding. Attention all adventurers, the wizard Xenia Rapto visits Crete from Athens and invites you to a speech. Come to the Temple District today at mid-afternoon for an in-depth discussion on religious philosophy regarding the Arcanum.
Logan, put my Apple Pencil on the side of my iPad.
Okay.
Just tell me it connects.
What exactly?
Yes,
Does the battery percentage send
100.
What exactly is the Arcanum?
It
You
just
can
says
put it
like
back.
Arcanum as in like arcane,
Magic.
spellcraft,
If you
magic.
don't
Yeah.
connect it every so
But you
often,
sort
we'll
of
disconnect it
look
and
at it,
connect to another iPad. It happens
kind
when
of-
I first uploaded
You don't
it.
really get the gist of what it's saying. It's just an advert.
Yeah.
No, can I
Go ahead and make me
actually-
a wisdom saving throw.
Who's that? Oh wait, saving throw. Wisdom. Oh, 11.
Okay, 11. So you're reading the paper and you're just kind of taking it in, don't quite understand, but you look at it and you're like, I should go to that. You grab it off the wall and keep going.
Alright.
Do you do anything else before heading to the drawbridge? I have, I don't know, like, shopkeepers with vast inventories already, but I do have, there's a, you can also see Emmanuel's Imports, or there's a place called Prismatic Potions, sort of near you.
Also, by the way, I still have that adamantium armor on.
Oh yeah, anti-crit armor. That's what that was. That's what that was.
I will go into the potions shop.
All right. So you look in and you can see this sort of like half-elven figure that looks kind of roguish. Comes up to you and is like, sorry, I'm trying to get the accent. I'm not the Jamaican. That's not right.
Well, can I get you mine?
What can I get you, man? Yeah.
Please call me Victor. What can I do for you?
Do you have any healing potions?
Indeed, yes. Pulls out a couple of different vials. Standard stock, puts like 4 on the table. You're looking something greater. Sets a single, like, greater healing potion.
Okay.
This one, not for the faint of heart, but not for less than big spenders. Sets down a single superior healing potion.
How much for the greater?
Well, these guys, pretty good deal. I could do 50 gold a pop. This one on its own, 250.
Okay.
Couldn't possibly do less than 500 for the superior.
I think I'll take one of the superior.
Ooh, okay. Show me the gold. We have a deal.
Yeah. I'll give him a bag of 500 gold.
Mm-hmm. He sort of looks through it, slides the potion over towards you.
All right. I'll take it and be on my way.
Thank you.
And I'll wait back to him.
I take it that's a full healing
I'm guessing.
potion.
No, it's like 8d4 or something like that.
8d4 plus 8.
8d4.
Fine with me.
So, I'm just gonna do something a little silly here because you walked into the shop of Victor the Shady. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay. It was a greater healing potion, right?
Superior.
Superior.
Yeah, you bought the superior.
Back. Okay. Now for my roll. It's just like a cardboard potion. There's nothing even in it.
Perception.
Yeah. Perception? Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I can't. That's not.
Skills.
Skills. Perception. Nat 20.
I rolled a 12.
Well,
As you're exiting the shop, you turn quickly back as you realize that Victor the Shady has quickly crept up behind you and is like reaching towards your pocket. And as you turn around, he goes, "Please,
I'm just like. And I turn around.
wouldn't dream of it."
You had a piece of hair back there.
That's a lot. Okay, so you leave this prismatic potions place and head towards the drawbridge where you're all set to meet. If we could quickly.
Can I? Sorry. Could oh my time. Can it, is there another one of those posters around nearby?
Yeah, I'll say there are a couple.
Could I rip one of those off, flip it around, and write thief on it, and then just slam it into the guy's wall or the
Yeah.
window?
Absolutely.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna ask for like a sleight of hand check or anything. No stakes on this roll required. You absolutely like brandish this. And to be fair, you're looking at it, and it's like a stall. It's like a tent that you can go into.
No, that's
So
not
you're
what
able
I'm
to
doing
pretty
here.
easily like attach this marker and write
No,
thief.
I just wanted
So you don't know how quickly he'll notice, how long it'll be there, but you're able to put it up.
Then
No
I'll,
roll required.
then I'll just walk away.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great.
Sure, now you're gonna look at me and say quickly, and I've got this whole story thing written out.
Please, he took plenty of time. Go ahead.
He took plenty of time.
Tell
Okay.
me who we see and what's notable about him.
Right now, I am in the cleric temple, and what was notable about he's a new species. He's a stoneborn, and he's a construct. He was created by the clerics of this temple, and he was created because they felt guilty of not being good enough to doing enough, and so they
It's rubber.
made me to try to make themselves feel better, to appease their own types of sins. So anyway, my name is Garoth, and I'm a farmer. This is my background, and I live southwest of Crete. I was taken in. Well, I went to this to the farms around there, and one man named Ted took me in and helped me learn farming and everything. And I tried to be friends with the rest of the farmers, but they did not like my looks. It threw them off because I looked like a gargoyle. And anyway, one day we had some plane pirates come through and were ripping off all the farmers. And what happened was I took them down, and as they are now in prison, I did not kill any of them, but they are now in prison, and that got the
What?
attention of Isadora.
What are you doing? We don't take prisoners.
We do. We straight up murk their asses.
I was noticed by was she princess?
She's
She's not princess.
part of a noble house.
Noble house, Isadora, and she noticed me, and we became friends, and she gave me the title of Keeper of the Harvest Moon.
Oh, I love that.
It gave with doing what I did, gave me notoriety and friendship with all the farmers around, and with the spells I have for harvest. I was able to help them with their fields and their crops, and everybody had a very good harvest this year. And I was in town. I came initially into town after the harvest to sell my goods, as I'm trying to gain money to help the temple and to build onto the temple. My goddess is Demeter.
Don't do that.
And anyway, I just try to help people with basic needs.
So you can see sort of getting up out of this temple in the temple district dedicated to Demeter. There's a number of. You say the farmer Ted was still around, or
No, he's since passed, and he left the farm.
And he
to-
forgot the reason.
so you could see like a number of these sort of like monastic clerical individuals tending to this chamber and sort of cleaning up after themselves as they get up, sort of in a rotating, keep people in, keep the temple open for as
Exactly.
much time as possible. But they, you guys head downstairs to like the common areas of this space where the clergy equivalent wouldn't sleep. and make your way towards this like massive collection of like store dried foods. All these barrels full of fresh fruits and vegetables. Some like massive crates that are like completely packed full of like wheat and flour and important things. You can see a couple of the clerics are like getting together what is the equivalent of like a portable shop, like a little stand that they're going to be able to sell food out of.
Hot dog stand.
Yeah, exactly. They're sort of setting it up here, and they're going to like wheel it out to the market district. But you guys are definitely in the temple district right now, sort of getting ready. You can see there's like a human figure here that's dressed in the like clergy robes. You know her; she's Helen. Sort of comes up to you and sorry, I just wrote it down.
You're like, oh, I was like, just take it away.
Garoff.
Yes, Helen.
I understand you've received a summons from a friend of yours.
I have.
Where's that noise coming from? You don't hear anything? No, not those. There's like people talking. There's somebody outside.
No one on cameras?
Okay. We're good then.
You're hearing things, man.
Probably.
I thank you again for your
They talk to me.
contributions to our order. We'll make short work of this in the marketplace, I'm sure.
Absolutely. It was a good harvest year. We had great weather.
I'm
Same
we
could be
get
said
along
today.
At this point, I'm done arguing with him.
I don't mind, seeing as I'm a rock.
I grew up on the beach. I prefer the warm.
So
Uh,
I'm sorry.
well, I suppose you have to take some time and stretch your wings, as it were.
Yes, I just come to do some meditation and some praying, and I have a meeting where I'm supposed to meet Isadora. And anyway, I'd like to, before it happens, I would like to, if you don't mind, take a few loaves of bread and distribute them among the poor.
Absolutely, that can be arranged. There are groups that
Yeah,
usually they're more plentiful around lunch and dinner times, but some will come to our door and walk around the temple district, so it should be easy to find.
Absolutely.
Well, I couldn't say no; they're yours. So
It's wonderful. I'll just, I'm going to grab a few loaves and put them in a basket and head out.
I'll take the rest aside.
Thank you.
Glad you guys are having fun.
Hey, he's got powdered donut on his nose.
It's chocolate donuts, and you really fell for that one?
Yes, I
Okay.
did. You're so mean to me.
I am the donut king. I know. Don't mess with me and my Krispy Kreme.
As you head out and begin to distribute some of this excess food that you've got, you get some heartfelt thank yous from some of the people in this city as they take food to their families or eat it right there because they just need it. As you're walking past, you can see a number of posters sort of split up near the Temple of Athena in this district. You can see this like massive sort of column as kind of an emulation of the Parthenon. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Like a large Greco structure that makes for this temple that you can walk up to. But you notice on one of the columns, sort of plastered, like stuck there. You kind of notice, and you're like, should that be there? Look over to it. Attention, all adventurers.
Interesting.
If I could have you make an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. Do I have any intelligence?
We're
I
talking
do.
about real
Look
life?
at that. +1.
Not that bad. I'm sorry.
6.
You kind of look at the poster. You're like, should go to that. Grab a poster just like you said.
Yep.
Why is it me and Abyss are the only two that haven't made that save yet?
I speak common.
What's my
No, just
saving
kidding.
throw?
It is written in common. That's right. It's not some weird Crete dialect.
Right.
I'd say at this point, you guys sort of, a couple of you with the intent to go see something later, you all make your way towards this drawbridge. Abyss, Stu, Winter, Isla, and Garoth? Garoth. Sort of meet up, holding these sort of similar letters. I'd say Winter gets there just before the two rogues, and quickly you're kind of all greeted as the drawbridge comes down, and walking across it is this familiar sorceress, kind of in like formal like robes. Not an accomplished sorceress decked out in magical gear, but a simple member of this city that is walking up with a warm smile and greets all of you. Friends, it's been too long. So happy to see all of you together for the first time, I suppose. I guess introductions are in order. Stu, Garoth, I don't think you've met these three friends of ours.
I have not.
I know you.
I know you.
You were on my ship for a
Seen
little
you
bit.
before.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember well. I gave you a present of some food before your wedding, for your marriage.
Honeymoon.
Yes, for your honeymoon.
I don't know who either one of you fucks are.
The bitch, that was kind of mean.
Well, I'm sure you'll be quite acquainted in not
Do you
so
guys have one of these?
I would hold mine up, but I don't have.
I don't have it
long.
on.
You
me.
can hold. You can
Alright,
say
well,
that you hold it.
it up in game.
In game, my character holds it up.
Well,
Garoth.
now that
You're
I've
right.
seen you guys have these, you're cool. Right on, you guys. It's nice to meet you. I'm Abyss. I needed to know whether or not you were cool or not first.
I didn't know if you were chill.
Just a couple months ago, someone who I thought was somebody else ended up trying to kill me. So, yeah, just need to be for sure.
Glad you're still around. I'm excited. I don't know how much opportunity you've had to fly that spelljammer.
Who, me?
Hmm?
What?
What?
No, the spelljammer.
What?
You both have spelljammers.
You don't know that.
You don't know that. You don't know he has a spelljammer.
Yeah,
Someone says-
no one really knows. That's why I was like, are you talking
It's been
to me?
fine.
No, I'm talking to your friend.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes, of
It's been
course.
fine.
I'm confused.
He got
I'm
one.
confused.
He got a spelljammer in the last.
The only, I kind of knew, I knew you were talking to her
Right.
as that person.
You were doing that.
But I was being like mine because I just got one, so it's kind of different, you know. I was playing
You
along
went
with
with
it. I
You went with it, yeah.
I meant to make my thing sound more question-y instead of the way it came out.
Right. Back to your speech.
Isadora, I don't have a speech prepared, is like, well, why don't we all head inside? We can meet with the court wizard.
Zeus.
Zute.
Get a hold of.
I use a drink.
Hey Zeus, get a hold of yourself.
I think we could acquiesce.
Blessings to
Please,
you.
please follow me. As you guys are walked in, you head through like some entry chambers, past these massive like iron reinforced double doors, before you reach like a long throne room with an empty throne on it. There's like this massive red carpet leading towards it. You can see in this chamber there's like this tall sort of elderly dark elf that's equipped in wizard robes as well. He looks like he's speaking with someone, even though there's not another person in front of him. He just sort of is talking in the air for a moment, and then stops, looks at Isadora, and this like this genuine smile crosses his face. He's like, Isadora, you've delivered on your promise. And she sort of approaches. He's like, yes, yes, please. Let me introduce Commodore Iloren, Winter, the Ladron, Stu, friend of mine, Abyss, Captain Abyss. Or
Yes.
yes, okay, yeah, that's what we're.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Garrosh.
Everybody,
Yeah.
I
And
have
Garrosh.
acquired a ship. I am a captain now, Winter.
Captain Abyss.
Captain
Yeah.
Junior.
I'm confused.
What's your name?
Stu. STU.
The wizard sort of
Short
approaches
speaker,
you.
the most
This
accurate.
sort of like he's got a wizardly staff on him, and it looks to be sort of like
Okay, yeah, the
this
sucks, but later in the-
symbol of his status. There's the emblem of this city on like the part just below where there would be a crystal on
Right.
his staff. He sort of steps forward. I am Daedalus, Archmage of the Tribunal, advisor to the King of Crete. It is welcome to meet you all.
Greetings.
So
Nice to meet you too.
I
My
confess,
name is Abyss, but I'm sure you already know. But I figured
I do
out
know.
at least.
gestures at Isadora.
Bitch, a bitch.
Yes.
Miss the bitch.
My time is short, but I have allocated time for this meeting. It is important to me. If you will, I would like to show you towards our infirmary. Please, come with me. Sort of steps up towards the throne.
She's coming on.
There's
No,
there's
it's a letter, Lisa.
a moment where he presses something out of your view behind the throne, and a wall moves aside to reveal a staircase leading down.
I always love secret entrances.
Sleight of hand.
Sort of gestures for you to follow. Isadora takes the lead, just confidently to.
I take off behind her.
You guys rip up.
Winter and Isabella next.
I'm not asking for a. You don't need.
An order.
Right. You're not walking into a dungeon. Is what I'm trying to say.
Hey, we're all
I might ask you for orders later, but he sort of brings you down. As you walk, Daedalus continues. Isadora has likely informed you already of the malady that afflicts our king. It has turned this labyrinth into an infirmary as of late. I have arranged visits from doctors of medicine, masters in the clerical ways, even oracles of Delphi, but none have been able to provide diagnosis or any successful treatment. Before I offer you my insight, I would ask you to see the affliction for yourself and draw your own inferences.
I
as
have a
you-
cure.
Step down,
Tommy.
unlike
Yes.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
I know the cure.
That's exactly.
I'm about to introduce.
Okay.
Apparently
I guess
charge
you would
50
know.
Per body.
It's
Yeah.
in my notes.
Okay.
The
Bullets on it free.
the wizard takes you down maybe 40 or so feet to what appears to be like a basement of this castle, right? This massive basement. You step down, and the rock sort of becomes this like limestone-esque bricks that is encompassing you. You realize you step onto level ground, and there's like a path forward and then like a four-way intersection,
Yeah.
and it just leads off into like a maze. You realize that you're in a labyrinth.
Did we get a map?
You will have to stick with me for the time being.
Okay.
Please come this way. Isadora sort of leading the group. As you guys approach, you can hear what sounds like scuffling and sniffing just in the distance, in the direction your head is. It gets sort of louder. You turn a corner, Isadora in the front, but you're all able to sort of turn and fill the space as this like large sort of minotaur figure, these two massive horns, at least 6.5 feet tall, bulky and strong, wearing like formal robes, tattered, right? Like they've been scuffed and damaged and ripped, sort of walking into this chamber, looks up at Isadora, and at first you freak because it looks like this bull sees red, and then its eyes fix on Isadora and Daedalus, who have sort of moved to the front of the group, and they're sort of like, hey, shh, shh, shh. it's okay, like calming him down as best that they can. This like kingly figure you see now is a relatively tiny crown on his bull head. This deranged, infirm individual that seems able to stand and move throughout the labyrinth on his own, but you're looking at him and he has like no mental faculties, right?
Man, he really messed up.
Limited.
So, like I said, Daedalus is sitting there and calming this figure, but is not giving any insight as to what's wrong. I'd like each of you guys to make a check for me. It can be any skill that uses intelligence or a wisdom medicine check. But I have DCs for them and they're very high.
Anything that uses intelligence?
It can be any intelligence-based skill or a medicine check.
Do I have
A 22.
A 22.
A 22.
I have a 22 also.
10.
12.
10.
So, on a, well, I would say if you're adding proficiency, you can't roll lower than a 10, right? Because
Oh, that's right.
you're an 11th level rogue.
18.
Still not enough.
Okay.
What do you guys see on the 322s? You can tell that this figure that walks around, this king, and I think it's actually probably Garoth, who sort of whispers the name before either of them say anything. You sort of speak to the group, Minos the Eighth.
Minos the 8th.
You
What
just
has
kind
become
of
of you?
blurts out of your mouth as you look at this figure. On a 22, there appears to be some sort of magical effect on it. It's not something that looks dispellable. It's not something that looks like it could be healed by normal means. You're looking at it and you've been told that master clerics have come here and they haven't been able to heal it. And you're like, that's weird, that's a spell effect. It's some sort of move on him that's...
Have you guys been able to identify the problem with him? I know you said that the magic that you have won't cure him, but have you found maybe a source or an origin?
Well, my magic could not possibly cure him. That is not my expertise. However, we have... I have done much research. Now that you have seen it for yourself, I will tell you the pieces of the story I've been able to put together. One night, almost 2 years ago, my king left this castle alone, leaving the city before vanishing out in the swamp somewhere, only to return, or be returned, to his chambers by sunrise, in this state. Sort of gestures at the infirm individual. Though my magics are potent, the limitations on divination are well documented and understood. I cannot divine where my king went, what happened to him, nor whether or not a being may have done this. The only possible conclusion is that something extraplanar happened to me. Though I possess the ability to shift planes, I am burdened with maintaining the political processes of this city-state day by day. I would ask of you, as Spelljammer captains, to use the mutability of wild space to explore planar portals and investigate potential causes for my king's affliction. Agree to this quest and I will provide you with as much assistance as I can muster, starting with the right equipment.
Are we getting paid?
Of course. The coffers of the city-state of Crete are at your disposal.
I think I'm a rogue and like, are we getting paid for this?
Money, money, money. That's so funny. I'm a rich man.
Well. would start asking for shit since he was gonna start scoring.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna wait and I don't need anything except
You don't know?
crewman.
I know.
Where do we begin, Daedalus?
Daedalus.
Daedalus.
The most
I'm the drinking master.
Daedalus, like the father from the story of Icarus. It would be Daedalus.
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 D-A.
I'm gonna beat you the
Daddies.
hell up, bro.
Daedalus.
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 Planar travel is expensive and difficult to maintain. Perhaps if you were to explore the portals of wild space, you could discover
Little baby.
clues of extraplanar results, or perhaps the remedies that exist on extraplanar worlds that may be able to cure.
Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
So he pointed us in the direction, right?
Of course. Let's review the wild space orbs, and we can come to a conclusion. It sort of takes out this like strange device that projects onto the ceiling a map of the solar system. Right? You can see the planets are close to sort of alignment with the sun in the center. The planets of this wild space system are represented by the names of Greek gods, sort of a combination of Elder Scrolls lore and the real world Roman
Names for planets.
names for these planets. You can see there's a sun, and then on the far side, away from the planet that is not called Earth, there's this tiny spherical Earth body that is labeled as Helios, or sorry, Hermes. Helios is the sun. Past that is a spherical Earth body that you can. There are like molten magma rivers that are sort of represented in this space. That's Hephaestus. Next to Hephaestus is sort of a Venus-looking planet that's covered in toxic hallucinogenic gas, Aphrodite. On that same side is a gas giant with a massive frozen ring, Hera, and a gas giant that has this sort of like, its image is like sparking rainbow lightning. Like, it looks like a gas giant, but occasionally you'll see like, but it doesn't look like normal electricity. And that is Hecate. So he sort of gestures to those planets and says, I would not ask of you to cross the danger of Helios. And then he gestures towards the rest. Essentially points at Gaia. That is us. It's a sort of earth and water, green. There's a moon around it. I would ask you to visit Artemis, the moon. Demeter. You can see this strange, like, donut-shaped planet that is, like, covered in luscious green patches. Athena, a planet that looks sort of like Mars, but blue. Apollo. That one looks like Mercury. It's very small and looks barren. And then points in the other direction. Ares. Obviously that one looks like Mars. Zeus, this large gas giant on the other side of a asteroid field that is like multicolored and has lightning throughout. Dionysus. Poseidon, this sort of like massive body of water in space. And Hades. And points at this tiny rock at the edge of the solar system.
It's
You
not
can
a
see
rock, it's a planet.
you can see this like this like discoloration on its picture that looks like a heart, like this brown rock heart, and then through the center of the heart is this like inky black river that flows the entire like vertical diameter of the planet.
Beautiful.
What was the name of the last one, please?
Hades.
That was Hades.
Hades. It's
That's,
like Pluto.
that's the god I don't necessarily represent, but that's the one I would go to if need be.
So he wants us to visit all of those planets.
Not necessarily.
I would like you to visit as many as possible in order to explore the portals that I know are throughout. Many of which have known portals and perhaps others that have not been discovered. I believe simply taking at this rate, and he sort of looks to be doing some like math in his head. No, I can do it on my head. 500 million miles. Currently, Hades and Gaia are approximately 3 billion miles apart. It's actually relatively close.
What's the closest one to Gaia?
Well, besides the moon, it would be Demeter in one direction, Ares in the other.
Alright, well we should probably start with the closest one or the nearest portal.
So we're starting out with the moon. That's what he
The
said.
moon is the most obvious choice, but you would have the option from there of traveling inward towards the sun or outward towards Hades.
Right.
I truly leave that up to you. Whatever you think would allow for these objectives to be filled. So to explain the objectives, I would ask of you to explore planar portals, as many as possible. Document flora home to the borders of such portals, so plants.
Right. That's what I was saying
And then
about the floor.
identify the abilities and skills of fauna, likewise on the borders, if necessary through combat.
What's
Kill anything in sight.
Fauna's the animals, the beasts, the monsters.
Gotcha.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I only wait until they initiate it.
Tell me, have any of you ever worn an Argonaut environmental suit before?
A what?
Argonaut environmental suit.
I have not.
An invention created by the astral elves of Argos. At one point, they were quite fond of traveling through the wild space system. You may find some of their ruins. Pulls out this like large, sort of bulky. It's essentially a spacesuit. It's got like a dome helmet sort of vibe, and you can tell that it's very insulated.
Yeah.
One of these beauties will keep your air intake level. It'll keep you breathing. You can see this rune right here allows for fresh air to refill. It'll keep you from losing any sort of air to poison and keep you safe, but also prevent continuous flame or massive amounts of cold from getting through. It's insulated for colds and fire. So you'll have that going. I think the one downside is it makes it a little bit harder to move.
Okay.
You can see that you're looking at it and you're like, this could take a little while to get on. It takes about a minute to don or doff. You can breathe in an airless environment. You're immune to the harmful effects of gases and temperature-based effects that would inflict damage turn after turn.
Winter's gonna raise his hand. Got any child size?
I think we may have one that could fit.
Oh yeah, I have my kid with me. Let's just bring your daughter to work day every day.
You're going to a different planet.
Yeah, but if his wife comes, which his wife's gotta come, the
That's
baby's
what
gotta
she
come. Shut the fuck
Which is
up!
No, that
You
one's
pervert!
all me. Do
Uh-huh.
you want to look at it?
why it's not.
What's that?
The environmental suit.
Oh,
Other than that, of course, I can supply your coffers so that things will be done. There is one further thing I may be able to assist with.
What might that be?
Oh, and of course, I'll pay for your cruise as well. I couldn't fund an expedition without being able to pay for the crew. That would be
Yeah, so
ridiculous.
you don't need my fucking money. Back off.
Damn.
Oh, excellent. Yeah.
That's a bit
that's
rough.
Jesus.
I thought we were friends.
We are, but you...
Like I said, it could take some time for this exploration to be over, so I think paying you forward for the first 30 days is more than applicable.
How much
30
would that
days
be?
pay.
Well, for the
Remember,
standard helmsman, I think
remind me not
a
to share anything
spelljamming
with
rate is
you.
about 50 gold a day. So if you're being invited into planar portals, I don't think I could offer any of you less than 100 gold a day. Unless you simply wanted to be helmsman and leave the adventuring to
That's cool.
someone else.
I'd like to be an adventurer. Adventuring school.
You sort of look at Isabella, who
Oh,
I think is
shit.
going to message you with a cantrip so that it's only you two that hear. And she goes, I could be a helmsman, but I don't know if I would want to venture out onto foreign land.
Not with a baby.
Perhaps I could be of aid through my familiar. Here. And this pixie lies onto your shoulder.
Wow, bringing your daughter on a dangerous adventure. Wow, give this guy a dad award.
Literally traveling.
Father of the year right here.
Traveling to different
At the same
planets
time-
with their child.
Tony sends you a message, Abyss, and is like, hey boss, hey, I think I could, if I tell this guy I'm a helmsman, he can give me like 50 gold a day, man, that's great. What, tell him I'm a helmsman, I'll split it with you.
My
Hey, so
my
This is-
friend right
this is-
here. My first mate.
Henchman.
My first mate right here. No, you have been upgraded, Tony. You are first mate.
Dang.
My first mate right here would like $150 to drive the helm. He is attuned to our helm at the squid ship. He would like $150 a day.
Make a persuasion check.
The hell's a dollar?
Low stakes.
What
Gold.
the hell's a dollar?
And what am I adding?
Persuasion. Charisma.
Oh god, that's only a 2. Or that's only a 12. I tried.
I would be remiss to offer any more than the going rate of a helmsman unless he were traveling into dangerous battle with you.
I mean, technically, where you're sending this, it's always going to be dangerous.
I could do 100.
Fair. Alright, 100.
Go ahead and mark down that Tony gets 50 gold a day,
You right.
and Abyss gets 150 gold a day.
So that means everyone else just gets 100 a day?
You 5 do, yeah.
Aww.
It would be.
Hey, I pushed for more. It's not my fault you guys didn't give a higher number.
Uh,
I'm traveling with her.
Isabella
Kid
would
with
be worth 50.
Father
Any
of the
other.
You shouldn't be paid because
any
you're taking
other
your kids on a
spellcasters?
dangerous adventure.
Even a level 1 spellcaster would be worth 50 gold a day.
Yeah.
Please, later in the day, perhaps you could bring me by a manifest of your cruise. You have time to hire them. You have promise of gold. I can arrange for 30 days of coffers to be given to you if you bring me the crew.
Okay.
Cruise?
Daddy.
I would also say, though it will take me much time, I could provide you access to something of a little bit more substantiality. I am, of course, a powerful wizard, an arcanist devoted to
A
this
powerful wizard.
city.
That was fair. That was valid.
You've been being
My
harsh.
my day is booked solid, but I could offer you a simulacrum of myself. It would be an accompaniment of the knowledge that I can bring.
Okay.
That would
I'll
work.
take that.
I will get right on that then.
Does it know the wish spell?
Unfortunately, I am capable of casting spells of that magnitude, but I have never found that spell for myself. It is a tricky thing to pioneer.
I was just, yeah.
That's his answer.
Okay.
That's his answer.
What are you doing?
It's a valid question.
Alright, Tony, I guess before we head out, I'm curious, I know I've just met you two, but you seem to be pretty good considering Winter and I can vouch for you. Plus, this important guy over here.
I like the same nice guy.
I'm only able to carry 13, and right now it's me and Tony, so I have 11 more spots.
I
I'm
can carry
assuming
15,
you're-
and it's me, and I'm taking.
Winter, I'm assuming you're gonna go with Isla because my ship is not kid friendly.
So that's
Most likely, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You don't have to count Alexandria in that one.
3.
So I guess I'm asking which one of you,
She takes a little less.
if either of you, would you like to come with me on my ship?
I'll come with. I'll go with him.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try and talk in a snake voice too. I just haven't. Sorry.
You're good. That's cool. I am going to
Because I'm
throw a
a
little
young teen,
cantrip
so-
out.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. Is there? Are we in a room or is it in a hallway?
You're in like a hallway of this labyrinth. There's a little bit more space, but it's still like an narrow hallway.
Okay, I'm going to cast thaumaturgy,
Mhm.
and I'm going to make it sound like whispers down the hall that are moving away,
Okay.
and see if either of the two react to it and follow.
I would say on those rolls, they, the two of them definitely notice something and are confused.
Oh shit.
The Archmage starts to move forward and sort of peers down the hallway.
Is there something? Did you hear something? I thought I heard something.
I am uncertain. There should not be anything else down here. It would be dangerous to them. The king is not in his right mind.
Bitch, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Sort of got his back turned towards you.
So I'm gonna. I'd like to try to approach the king.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go up to him, talk gently. So,
Yeah.
He's still pretty calm at the moment.
giant
He's just
cigar.
kind of sitting there. His eyes are kind of unfocused.
so I'm gonna go up and rub his neck.
And his eyes start to focus a little bit and kind of look at you.
I rub his muzzle. Well, no, he's not muzzle. He's a minotaur. So,
Right.
so I rub his neck and look at him. I put my hands on his face and just look into his eyes. Does he look like he might have a little bit of,
Him still
humanity in there?
Make an insight check.
Insight. What's insight? Oh yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
I like that because I get advantage. Ooh, that's is that 18?
I thought there were two 13s, but that's an 18. Yeah.
That's an 18 plus 8, 26.
So, what you're getting from this, he doesn't lose it on you. You look at this guy, you know he's supposed to be a leader.
Right.
You're looking at him, he's not speaking, it doesn't even look like he's thinking coherent thoughts, if that makes sense. But
Right.
there's something still there. There's like a glimmer of recognition at you. He sees you looking at him, and his response is like he keeps breathing, and he kind of looks away, like when a cat doesn't perceive you as a threat.
Right.
Like he looks at you and considers that you're considering him, and then he sort of looks away. Like he's got some reasoning in there, but it's like all
More animalistic, basic, but yeah, I know. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's
It's-
human, but he's still not. Yeah, he can't focus on that part of himself.
I'll say on a 26. Is it a 26, right?
Yeah.
What you're getting from this moment is like a lack of intelligence and charisma.
Make a note of that.
And that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Alright,
So-
well, I'm gonna go down and rub his back and walk and move away.
So I misjudged how many magic items I had.
It's a good thing the environmental suit doesn't take attunement.
It is.
It's probably gonna be the last thing that doesn't take attunement.
How rude.
What? You have a lot.
I have 4 items that take attunement.
Okay.
Back of what? I'm
Here's
sorry,
the
I lost my
I have-
brain there for a second.
The Argonaut environmental suit is
No,
not
no,
one of your.
what I got from him was lack of what?
Oh, sorry. Like intelligence and charisma
6, 7.
are both like.
Charisma.
These aren't 10.
Thank you.
7 different kinds of spells.
I just,
So-
probably didn't need to do the spell.
Like I said, Daedalus is going to prepare his simulacrum. That will take him 12 hours to do that. So he asks you all, can you be ready to lift off in 12 hours?
Certainly.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then please,
Absolutely.
meet me back in the throne room then.
Alright.
I must be off to manage this spell.
I
Prepare
guess
for my
I have to go hire crew members.
But I don't need to pay for them.
So as you guys are leaving the castle, passing the drawbridge, Isadora escorts you out and is like very grateful. You can tell just from her demeanor, is like feeling hopeful, right? She walks you to the far end of the drawbridge and is like, well, I suppose we should meet up back here or around then. I'll guide you in. I'm gonna head home for the time being. Just this moment. I haven't slept a lot lately, so it'll be good. Yeah,
Everybody else think?
meet back here. A few of you sort of take this moment. You realize you're holding similar-looking flyers.
What are those?
Oh, there's this thing I need to
What
go
are
to.
those?
This guy's giving a speech.
It looked like something important.
You can see it's sort of like the like high noon sun is starting to go into its set. It's not mid-afternoon yet, but it's sort of approaching that way.
21.
Hmm?
21 for wisdom.
Oh, you're looking
They,
at the
they
guy?
showed the flyers, so
Okay, so on a wisdom 21, kind of look at it. You feel something, but it's not enchantment, if that makes sense. You feel like
You should go to this thing. I feel like you should go to this thing.
you feel something, and then you just look at it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well that's
24.
pretty cool, you guys.
Did
Yes.
you make a wisdom, you said? What would that be if it was an intelligence? 1960.
So are you staring at this thing?
She pulled out the
I said, this is this thing I
yeah,
need to
she
go
pulled it
to.
out and was like, here, this is the poster. So that's why I had to roll a 6.
Alright.
Well, I'm gonna need all my dice
Because
out,
the
or can I
poster
put
was
them
looking
away?
at him?
Yeah, no.
Should I leave out like
Because
a
the poster was
d20?
looking at me?
Yeah.
Did you
Yes.
leave them for a little
Because
longer?
the poster was looking at me. Nobody goes,
Well,
I
you
was
guys have
looking
fun
at the
with that.
poster, and everybody who originally looked at the poster had to make a save. Winter and I hadn't looked at the poster,
Okay.
so that's why we had to make ours now, because you guys just presented yours.
Oh, how convenient. So your wife looks at you and is like, we should go to that baby. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Would you join me?
Yeah.
It's been so long. We should stick together. It's great to see you all again.
Yeah.
This looks like bullshit.
I guess if you need to if you need to hire a crew, you can go and do that. But I bet we have time for both. 12 hours.
Yeah, that's true. There's plenty of time.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess I'll go.
Oh, yeah, that would-
We gotta be back at
Hang on,
freaking
I have a
2:30 a.m.
Am I the only one who passed the check?
No.
Okay, does it look fake to us? Because the
They
others,
give-
they want to go.
It's a real poster.
Okay.
Did it give you any feelings of being charmed by it?
No.
Was it kind of just one of those things where it just lured you in? Where
Yeah.
It's like, oh, hey, we just want you to come to us.
Do you have any spells that you wanted to try and cast on it?
Well,
Did you give
That's what I'm
her
looking for right now.
identify?
I have a scroll of identify, but I don't want to use it on this.
I know, right? I wouldn't want to use it
Island,
either.
do you have
if we
any
I
had-
have
identifying
7 different
things?
scrolls.
I'm pretty sure.
I guess theoretically Tony has that spell.
Does he?
Yeah, he's a wizard.
Yeah, but let's hope he doesn't get like brought into this thing.
I haven't rolled for him
Makes
yet.
sure- Makes us
Yeah,
save.
It's your spell. Yes.
Since I'm going, I'll probably go.
Also, this thing has a lot of
Go,
spells
go, go,
multiple
go.
times because of different things.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Like, there's
it's-
Misty
it's-
Step 3 times because of Phase Step and the other 2 abilities.
I did that on purpose so that she has more Misty Steps.
Also, she can cast it 4 times without needing a spell slot.
Mhm.
So she's used one of those.
Okay.
Well,
Did you
because
do
the
it?
replenishing. That's how. That's
I
the
know
replenishing
identify.
step you did earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
I know identify.
You can use
I
that.
will cast identify.
You can
on
use
it.
that
Whether you use a
on-
spell slot or not.
Correct.
But her first 4 castings are basically free.
5 with face touch.
Yeah, 5 with Fate Touch, but and then you get the bonus no matter how you cast it, as long as you cast it.
Also, I want to buy a pet cat.
Okay.
Well, I have a cat on my thing.
It's gonna be a fluffy cat.
Yeah, it's gonna look like Nexus.
Yeah, you can totally do that. I'll say
Well, let's go check out the animals with this.
15 gold to
Get a
get a
cat.
cat and get food for it for a while.
Okay, cool.
I just want to see what my daughter thinks about pets.
Okay, yeah. So as you guys are sort of
Well,
walking
I have a
towards
dog.
the temple
and you want a
district,
cat, so you don't need a pet.
the
You have a dog and a
Alexandria
cat.
sees like cats and puppies and birds and fish sort of kept in like cages.
Why, we're starting
Not
Noah's Ark.
fish in cages, but you know what
Anything
I mean. Like,
out of the ordinary that catches her eye.
well, she sort of laughs and looks at the like the puppies and kittens. I'd
Right.
say, yeah, sure, why not? You can see there's like a vendor that appears to be like an Eladrin elf, like yourself. This like spring Eladrin elf that's walking a this like weird angular sharp dog. Maybe about this tall.
A weird angular
Yeah.
shaped dog?
It's a blink dog.
So, and how does Alexandria respond to the dog?
Load it over here.
Favorably.
For me.
Huh?
She looks at it and she goes,
I'll walk and be like, is this dog okay to pet?
yes, of course.
I'll hold her down there so she can like grab at its nose.
Can I mage hand and pull the tail?
As Alexandria,
I know it's
told you,
it's
no wrong
my
answers.
child. I'm
As-
fucking with it.
As Alexandria goes to pet the dog in like a kid sort of way, the dog yelps, and then there's a thing where it looks like it's gonna blink, and then the collar that it's attached to like flares with a rune, and nothing happens. But the dog like yelps and sort of, well, let's say it out of your daughter's hands, kind of runs around the
Owner.
owner and gets his legs tied. You know what I mean?
And my mage hand's invisible too.
Mhm.
So.
Oopsie. Didn't know.
Oh hey, this will be interesting. Does it set off the
Giggles.
giggles or anything or a scream?
I'd say this one is definitely more of a scream.
Aww. I'd try and comfort her as fast. Dad, go open the book to page
Cookie,
150.
Actually,
do what?
I rolled a d6 and I was doing highs or lows.
Oh.
This one is not wild magic.
Oh, okay.
It didn't go off.
Never mind.
That's okay.
I'm never minding.
I had it marked.
It could have been bad for
For some people
for the
involved.
pet shop.
Yeah, could have been bad for the
Does
pet
she get
shop.
the one where she turns into
I'm
a
gonna
plant?
name my
She
I'm gonna
did
name
at
my
the
cat
end of,
Galaxy.
Okay.
At the end of the one shot.
Roscoe just has page 343 ready to go to for me.
Lucky ducky. Did you say 343?
343.
if you guys wouldn't mind. I guess you have the choice of you want to buy the blink dog.
Assuming we got paid advance 30 days.
Technically, that happens at when you guys
Tomorrow.
set sail.
Just
Never
bring,
mind.
hey, just bring the dog back and be like, I need this.
I must have it.
I'll have the kingdom pay you.
There you go. Send my
I mean,
bill
that's
to the
basically what's
kingdom.
gonna happen.
Isabella's.
Put it on my tab.
Put it on my
And I'll
tab.
pet the dog and like toss it a ration.
50 gold, and I'll throw in some food for a couple weeks
Ooh, 50 gold for food for a couple of weeks.
for the dog and food.
Sure. Do that. With some of the gold from Isabella. Only
Great,
5
it's a
gold.
deal.
I only need 5 gold for Isabella, so it's not like I'm asking
Alright.
for a whole lot.
This Eladrin grabs the money and it's just
Alright.
He just runs away.
it's just a light jog.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment for this because we really didn't get too much into it, and we're in a group at the moment, I'm assuming, at the pet shop. So, for you two, I apologize because it's gonna be kind of off for you. Winter,
Yeah.
Isla, we haven't seen each other in a while, and you guys haven't even said hello. You did it. You did it.
I was
you
like,
did it
fuck
without-
you! What do you mean?
We had a conversation, but you haven't even said hi to me, and I went to your wedding.
We all went to his wedding.
Well, yeah,
Everyone
I
went to
can
my
say-
wedding besides
yeah.
those two.
Yeah, but I can say that I was. I don't have to include you. Anyway, so I was at your wedding. You're not even gonna say hello, or even how do you do? Nothing.
How have you been, Abyss?
I'm great.
You're not acting like it.
He's took it personal. He's took it personal, boy.
Just we were so tight before, and now you don't even call or come around anymore. You could at least give me a sending stone. I can still make stone calls.
I have been in the Feywild.
Well, I didn't know that.
None
if
of you
if
knew
you would
that.
give me a stone call, maybe I'd know.
Sending stones wouldn't work through planar travel.
Oh, they don't.
No. So yeah, if you,
Anyway, so you've been good.
everything's been dandy.
All right.
I did update my Twitter.
You did? No, it's Tweeter.
Tweeter.
Can I shuffle this along to see if we
yeah.
go to
Sorry,
just to see
I
if we
was
have
just trying
time?
to be like one of those things where it's like we haven't seen each other for a while, so we're just gonna blow past the fact that hey, I ain't seen you in a few months. Fuck you.
Hey, Winter. Hey, Winter.
You know what?
Did you
I don't
just-
want to know how you were been or your adventures. I'm going to the shop.
How do you pronounce your name again?
Garon.
Garon?
Garon.
Garoth. Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
Garoth.
Garoth.
Yeah, Garoth. Yeah.
Yeah, Garoth.
Said, have you decided which ship you want to travel?
I'd probably go on Isla's because it's the safer option.
Well, and that's where your child and Isabella are gonna be.
That too.
I'm assuming you would want to stick with
Yeah,
your...
the safer one for the family.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Now who's getting
That's what
angry, Winter?
That's what I was getting. That's what I was getting at.
So just to keep keep us balanced out, I think I will go with you, Abyss. If that is all right with you.
cool. Yeah, that'll give me a chance to get to know you two better.
You really like that new cat you bought too.
I know, it's cute, isn't it?
Can you drive, Isabella? This fiery fire genasi speaks of. Can you drive a helm?
Can I?
You're a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a spellcaster?
You've never done it before, but
I've not done it before, but I can give it a try. I'm sure I can.
would you?
Hopefully it didn't break.
Yeah, lick me.
Did he?
Lick?
It's a boy,
You
yeah.
guys sort of
There's only one girl and it's the
You're-
little tiny tabby.
you're settling these sort of groups that you're going to make as you walk back into the temple district. You approach the temple of Athena, and you can see that there is like a growing crowd around there, like a lot of clerics, clergy, priests. They're sort of walking around here.
Ethan, maybe Keating.
Go ahead and I'd like. See, you guys don't know what you're looking for, so I'd like Abyss, Winter, and Isla to each make me perception checks.
This winter.
I'm looking for an 18.
Everything they have
This
perception.
is kind of a slow spot.
Once we get set and stuff in there, I'm
By the way,
make
did
myself
somebody
so I
rip
get
ass in
within
here?
like
I
30
had- it
or
wasn't me.
40
Wasn't
to
me.
50 feet of the
Because I,
podium.
no,
Delta.
it's in a very big vicinity, and it's not me. I
It
would
wasn't me.
have claimed that.
Right.
Wasn't mine.
Was it?
I don't know if that was all mine.
I don't know, but
So-
you got us locked in over here.
Nat 20 plus 9?
It succeeds.
Yay!
I rolled
18,
natural too.
exactly.
18. Okay, so
These abyss
Um,
dice are not rolling very well.
it's a good thing you got reliable time.
Shame on you.
Oh, well then shit. I keep forgetting that.
Oh,
my
then a
goodness.
19.
It's a 19, yeah.
Okay, so the three of you pretty much instantly make out sort of near the podium, like kind of in the direction you're going. I guess closer than where you were going when you described it. There is these two really familiar-looking figures. One of them is this like fair-skinned high elf, curly blonde hair, these like deep blue robes that sort of look like Isabella's, and then there's like a muscular, short, like rusty red kobold with like a great sword
Gorik!
sheathed on his back, pole armor and a great sword. Yeah, these are Lysandrix and Garrick,
Disguise is on your
the
backpack.
dragon slayers that you guys have met before. They immediately match eyes with you, big smiles. Lysandrix runs up to Isla, I think, catching her first, gives her a hug. It's like, I'm so glad you could make this speech. It's really, it's something that you'll appreciate. Please come. We'll get you a great view.
What's so exciting about this anyway?
What type of show is this?
A friend of ours is looking to have a speech in front of the clergy of this place. Some work based on new information we've helped her discover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see if anything's off about this.
Sure. Do you want to make an insight check on either of these guys?
Actually, I do, just because that poster, I didn't see anything.
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We talked about identify, and I completely glossed over that. So, the thing that happens way before this,
Oh.
Isla takes a minute, casts identify on this paper. You discover that it's not a spell, but it is some sort of illusion, and it's like, yeah, it's some sort of illusion that you can feel is on your head, right? But you look at it and you cast identify, and you're like, this is an illusion, but it's not a spell I recognize. And then as soon as you finish the spell, like flash paper, the poster that was in your hand that you were touching goes up in smoke and it's just gone.
Did you say insight?
Hmm?
Did you say an insight?
Identify.
I asked him for an insight, but that was identified.
23.
Wow, really? Me too.
Ooh. So curious. Yeah, she can roll that high if she wanted to.
A 14.
I rolled a 16.
I got a +9.
Yeah, so either of them basically
Sorry.
couldn't be
Oh,
making
wait, no.
that. So
Yeah.
you guys gather. These guys genuinely happy to see you. Seem a little on edge. Like nervous, excited energy.
Okay. Well, at least they're excited. I guess Winter wouldn't push any further on their attitudes then.
Yeah, you can see the crowd is sort of like gathering here. There are groups of clergy from the temple of Demeter that are sort of moving forward, and I'd say Helena earlier makes eye contact with you, sort of across the crowd. There is like a podium that is set up in front of the Parthenon-esque temple here to Athena, and there's like a bunch of not Athenian, but like devotees of Athena that have sort of formed the center of this crowd. A big group. You sort of wave Helena down, and she sort of.
He's trying to tell you something, but he summoned you closer, but you.
Yeah, I want.
He wants to whisper something in your ear, so get close to him so he can whisper something in your ear.
Helen.
Yeah, she's gonna move closer, and it takes her a minute to get over towards this area, but Lysandrix continues. It's just a thing that we've been figuring out. I think it'll make some waves, but people appreciate it. Oh, I see you found my posters. Sort of gestures at the two of them. Good.
Oh, were we? Am I with them, or am I? Did I?
Yeah, we're
We
all
haven't
together.
said that we're separate. You could have moved closer towards Helena, but I thought you were kind of gesturing her over.
Yeah, I was gesturing her over, but I didn't. You said they were up 30 feet, and I was going to be back 40 to 50 foot.
Wait, what's
Yeah.
going on?
Just some talking.
The party's maybe like stretched across the crowd, 20 or so feet apart from like the front to back. I'd say is what we'd say.
Are we in a line?
Not exactly.
crowd.
You're trying to move through like a crowd that is sort of.
Oh,
formed.
perfect. Slide a hand somebody. I'm gonna try and pick their pocket.
Sure, man.
Me too.
Jeez, we're
That was
going.
my idea.
Here we go.
You got two rogues in a crowd.
I could
Understood.
join in. Is there any sketchy people here?
Natural one.
21.
I rolled a natural
You
one.
tripped.
So what's that we do reliable
20,
talent?
23. 23,
You make a perception check.
I'm not sliding any one of our people.
No, but he lives here. He works here.
sorry. Yeah, he works here.
Yeah.
Just a straight roll for me. If you don't get the 19, it's okay.
I only have, what is that, +4?
Oh, it'd be your +4, yeah.
I don't get proficient. I don't get proficient.
Okay, so that one he's not proficient in, so he doesn't see you guys attempt to do these things. But I'd say you can each sort of the jewelry that's on these people are holy symbols, so you can each grab a holy symbol off someone.
Throw it on the ground.
Worth at least 5 gold.
I'll throw it on the ground.
Okay.
That's it?
You don't appear to have a lot of jewelry on
Ooh, is there an
others.
offering bowl?
Not in this space. You're kind of out in a street right now.
Oh, we're in the street? Okay.
Speaking of which, I kind of wanted to set up the street. I only have so much time.
Right,
So I'm just gonna keep
well,
going.
Winter will try and get Isabella to the best spot possible.
So as you guys are sort of trying to, you're looking around, getting a couple petty larceny, trying to get a beat over at Helena. I'd say you've got a moment to speak if you want to speak
Okay.
before the crowd is going to start to play.
Right. Said, I don't know what's going on here, but I have a bad feeling. That something weird is about to happen. Do you have the spell Zone of Truth?
I believe I could cast that today. Yes, it'd be the kind of the putting in my power. I could cast it twice.
Okay, and I can cast it once. I have it. I have it also. So I'm thinking once he starts his speech, we should attempt to cast it. We cast it multiple times, and he would happen to be able to resist it maybe multiple times would help us in case there's something bad going on.
I'm sure not much could be said for a cleric asking for truthfulness in his speech. Yeah, yes. We may have to be a bit persuasive, but yes, I think that's a good idea.
Very good.
That means we might need to get in closer, right?
So it's 60 foot.
Oh, it's a 60
That's
foot.
why I said 40 to 50 feet.
Great, yeah. Thanks for covering that. So yeah, the two of you start to look for a speaker and prepare this sort of thing. As the you guys are sort of getting your bearings, mid-afternoon is sort of approaching, and the crowd begins to quiet as a figure steps up to the podium. You can see this feminine woman There's like robes of purple and dark blue adorning a human woman equipped in half-plate armor, sort of like robes flowing over the half-plate. There's a katana-like hilt of a sword on a sheath on her side. She's just shy of 6 foot, shoulder-length, curly dark hair, very like Grecian figures, and these striking silver eyes. Isla, you actually recognize this figure. You met her once when she was crying out. Garoth is going to attempt something here. I am going to roll a persuasion check for this character. Okay. So I'm gonna have Zone of Truth occur here, but I want you guys to take this speech in mind with the understanding that this person just rolled a 27 persuade. That makes sense?
Yes.
That's only on their attacks. Disadvantage on attacks. So,
I know.
she steps up. Sorry, Zone of Truth is a charisma saving throw, isn't it?
Yes.
Alright. What's your save DC? Sure.
Well, let me look.
We just had that.
17.
That is going to succeed with a natural 8.
Of course.
But at the same time as you cast Zone of Truth, your friend Helena is also going to cast it. So I'm going to roll again. And let's see.
Ooh, can I throw an enhance ability on her?
No, that wouldn't work.
That would enhance her rolls, not yours.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
you don't want to enhance rolls because it's just a saving throw for the person you're trying to get it.
Or sorry, that would enhance her rolls, not impact the saving throw of the Zone of Truth target.
Okay.
So I did just roll a 23 on the second one, but I'm going to roll one more. And a natural 2 is not going to make it. Because you said that she can cast it twice and you cast it once, so
Right.
this like what you see is holy magic. It's like a ray of sunlight hits Helena's hand and refracts onto, it's a little zone, right? So it hits that zone by the podium. None of you are close enough to be affected by it, but like technically the people in front would be. There is
It's a 15-foot sphere.
right. It's
Right.
not subtle. You didn't ask her to do it subtly, so
No.
it's obvious. But everyone looks over. You see a cleric casting magic in the temple district.
Right.
What's weird about that? So this happens. The saving throw fails after the second attempt, third technically,
Yeah.
and Xenia, she sort of looks in your direction, and then stands resolute, almost taller, right?
Okay.
Sorry, I have this. People of Crete, thank you all for joining me here today. I offer you the burden of knowledge as it pertains to what the history books are calling the miracle of peace. Hushed whispers suddenly fill the quiet crowd. What is she talking about? Huh? That day on which the gods intervened, the Trojan War was ended, and many of those fighting in it woke up in their beds at home. But not all received such a fate. I consulted with Archmagi, and you watch as Lysandric, from her winged boots, that you remember she crafted all that time ago, rises into the air and stands just behind Xenia on her left at the podium, sort of representing wizardly magic. As she does, another figure steps forward from backstage. He's about the same height, like 5'11". It's a figure in a dark leather trench coat, walking forward, a snarling sneer on his face. He's completely bald, with a dark brown goatee, almost kind of like this one. And eyes so dark brown they appear almost entirely black. They're little dots of like light blue and green accents
This
on
motherfucker.
his figure, and he just stands there, Lysandrix smiling, Xenia resolute, him with a snarl. And Xenia continues. We uncovered evidence that some devotees of Athena, my husband among them, were not slain but never returned home nonetheless. The Olympians' plan had them raptured. A chorus of gasps across the crowd. In an age where gods no longer walk these lands, we deem humanoid kind capable of being the judges of what is good and evil, what is right and wrong. Ask yourself, are your gods good, or are they just the victors of the conquest of this realm? I've seen their deeds, and I find them lacking. Gasps, panicked noises start to erupt from the crowd as she raises an arm. We don't mean to harm any of you. You've nothing to fear but your chains. At once, at this moment, the three Archmagi do a simultaneous coordinated movement. A pulling of a scroll free from a device on their belts. Some sort of quick fire motion. As they do, the wizard and the warlock actually have to make arcana checks. Now I'm going to specify, this is not rules as written.
Okay.
Technically, they shouldn't be able to cast a spell not on their spell list.
Okay.
This is just what I'm doing.
If it's
We're gonna leave some moments. Okay, that's a success.
If it's a scroll,
Yeah.
they can still cast.
Ooh, a 16 does not save. So you watch as two of these scrolls, the ones there's the figure in the trench coat pulls out a
Let
scroll. It
Logan.
baby boy, don't do that. Pulls out a scroll and it vanishes in a sort of flash paper effect. The warlock Xenia pulls out a scroll and likewise reads from it, struggles, and it is gone and casts the spell. Your friend Lysandrix pulls open a scroll. It looks like it's got some sort of complex system on it, and as she attempts to cast it, all of the wording on the scroll vanishes, but the scroll remains intact. That's kind of what's supposed to happen, I think. So the scroll is still there, but it can't be used. Massive, fiery explosions across all of the temples in this district. Sort of like arcing through and then above the crowd and through again, these twin firestorms decimate the objects in this area. There's this bright white fiery blast and then this strange bluish cold blast. All of you feel heat and freezing at the same time as above you a gout of fire like goes off, but there's red and blue in it.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, that's what I missed. Here, hold on.
That's it.
Holy shit.
Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. These guys are stronger than me and I have no chance.
Ding
But
ding.
I'm gonna do it.
Fire erupts from the buildings. I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Here we go.
Oh, hey, I was right. I didn't even try to be right.
But you're not being attacked. I've already rolled initiative. But I haven't rolled for your friends. if that makes sense.
I'll roll for Isabella.
Oh, yeah, Tony. Oh, damn it, Tony. You got it.
16.
Okay, so Isabella rolled
14.
19, and Winter rolled an unnatural 20. What did you
I
roll?
rolled a 17.
You say 14? Oh, Stu got a 17.
I got a 17. Oh, you
Isla
said-
14.
Tony got 4,
Okay.
and I got 24.
Okay. I got everyone except no, I have Gareth. Here's so top of initiative with a 26, Lysander.
This motherfucker.
Right behind her, Abyss 24.
Wasn't this guy, or wasn't this chick supposed to be friendly?
I thought
She
this was one of your
She's not
sisters.
hostile to you.
Side.
After the 24, we got Winter with a dirty 20.
Woo! And we said third.
I
Oh,
think
from the
the 19 for Isabella is right after that.
You gotta remember it off the top of your head.
Whenever I need page
19.
150, you better go
Ah.
straight to it.
I will.
17 for Stu is behind that. And then, oh, I. 19, 20, 17.
You're on camera.
Okay, 16, Garoth. Isla, I think your dex is higher than Garrick.
That's so fast.
Probably.
What
I'm
is
okay
it?
with it. I like
I'm
it.
only 14.
20.
I want to know why because
I think it's at 16.
Temples.
Well, I rolled a 16 for.
Oh, yeah.
Like what the hell?
But I thought you asked what my dexterity is.
Oh, no. You're 16. It's Isla who tied.
Hey, Garrick, not Gareth.
Garrick.
Gareth.
All their blowing
Garoth?
temples.
Gareth. Gareth.
Sorry.
They could also.
Garrett.
You could also.
Garrett.
inside with
Yeah,
that.
it's an O off. Gareth.
Yeah.
I don't think they care.
Behind that is the figure you don't know the name of.
Because
An
they
8.
follow that gun.
Xenia got a
Follow that
7.
gun.
Yeah.
And so you're a follower of that gun.
And then Tony with 4. So, top of initiative. Magic erupting. People asserting you've nothing to fear. Lysandrix is going to. She looks at her companions, sees that she's the first to act, sort of steels herself. And. Sorry.
Who are the bad guys?
We don't know.
Oh.
And two other
My bad. The other thing that happens is that 3 people cast the spell, they all go, Fair Stimo! Firestorm. Wait, I have it right here. Shoot.
Well, there's 3 people and they're bad guys. Right?
We don't know if they're bad
Now-
guys. He said they're not hostile towards us.
Lysandrix looks forward, panicking crowd. Oh, sorry, the crowd will go on 20 as well after Winter. Jeez, I just had that.
If I could-
She
if there's
goes,
a panic, I'll just kill somebody.
Sworitam! And 4 massive meteors are conjured on these temples
She did that?
with her 1 ninth level.
Why are they attacking the temples?
They're trying to destroy the gods. Did you not hear her?
Yeah.
They
Were
wanna
You're
get
not
rid of
paying
the gods.
attention.
Yeah, I heard that, but I thought
With-
she was a good guy.
With a bonus action,
I mean, like.
Lysandrix is going to invoke an ability that she has as part of her Athenian heritage. She's going to invoke the Blade Song.
With what?
Blade
Song.
Song.
She's not a Blade Singer wizard, but she has this one feature.
Is she with us or against?
You don't know? Abyss, it's your turn.
Oh god.
Maybe
Winter,
you
you're on
speak
deck.
Before
Yeah, I know.
What did I do with that?
Now,
I
You're
guess
not in combat, so if you want to make an influence action, or a study action, or a search action, you have those options. But we're in a tight timeline right now.
Okay, can I speak for a free action?
Mhm.
Lysandrix, what the hell are you doing?
We'll do what has to be done.
Oh,
You won't be
hell
harmed.
no. I don't fucking think so. That's not how that works, so I'm gonna stab her.
Stab her. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
But I'm not moving. Am I in melee with her?
3, 2, 1.
No, she moved a little bit up. You could throw your weapon.
That's what I was getting ready to do. Alright.
I don't feel like killing her is a way.
I'm gonna use steady aim and throw my dagger of scoundrels at her.
Okay.
Alright, well, shit. Where's my paper? 23?
That hits.
Okay. Sneak damage, right? That's right.
Because you had advantage.
Yeah. Where's that?
So,
it's
this
6,
dagger is
right?
going to do a lot of damage.
Damn it, I have it written somewhere.
Yeah, it would be 6 at this level.
Why do I have that written down everywhere else?
If you're a level 11 rogue, it's 6.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Don't be rash.
Alright, you're in the way now of this. $45.
God! She's not concentrating.
Okay. It comes back to me. Bonus action.
Oh, sorry.
I use the
The-
bonus action. So
I'll leave that for the crowd.
I can't move.
Right.
Shoot, so we're stuck. We can't move.
I think I'm going to...
That's the end of my turn.
Let's call on
No,
Winter.
he can't move because of steady aim.
Oh, okay.
He used a feature.
He's a feature that.
Winter, it's your turn.
Didn't you say we're gonna block him?
No, I said something's
You're-
going to happen on initiative count 20.
Okay. So
Take them. You start bring dice with you.
Am I gonna
This
get
is-
to my turn?
Yeah, I think so.
this has gone a lot differently than I expected it to go.
20.
I'm confused as to why everything's happening. I know they said kill the gods or whatever. That something bad happened.
No, this dagger.
Why with all the innocent people around?
You want to make a perception check?
Yes.
Make me a perception
Did
check.
you
I'll even
notice-
give you this free action.
I love how he
I
didn't
was-
notice. You described the fire jumping over the people and not hitting them.
I know, but still, like why would they even do it with a crowd of people around? So perception, that would be a 25.
That's great. So as you're trying to get a bead on this scenario, you're looking around, you see this massive crowd before you. You also see the flyers that are in most of their hands, and you put the two together. Some sort of magic has gotten all of these people out of these buildings.
There's no innocent people in the buildings,
There's a huge crowd in this street, and they're panicking.
but they're not inside the building.
But as far as you can tell with a 25 perception, these spells that have gone off have not killed a person. Have not hurt anyone.
Abyss, how about we not strike them?
How about you don't tell me what to do when someone lets off a firestorm?
No one's been injured this entire time. There's no reason.
She
to...
said she has to do what it takes to kill the gods. Even though she may be sparing all of these innocent lives, what about these temples that she set on fire? Does she not think that it might burn the civilians' homes or care? No. Stab, 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 stab.
I'm sure.
Okay, so that's 6 seconds.
Thank you.
Okay.
What else are you
cool.
doing, Hunter?
Exactly.
Lysandrax has been a friend though, and Winter.
Acting very
You know,
irrational.
acting evil in multiple different ways is a good thing. I'm not just gonna randomly kill someone.
Your children, your child, and Isabella.
Are safe, from what I've noticed.
Right, but
So
that doesn't
there's
account
nothing
for
to
the
fear,
burning
I
building.
Yeah, there's burning buildings.
So what happens if a piece of rock falls on your child? How are you going to feel about that?
The way everything's been described, that wouldn't even be a possibility.
It's a temple.
We're not
Right.
inside a temple. We're outside in an open area.
Turn the light
Well,
Yeah.
then
Is it okay if I?
still a lot
Get
of
these,
things
you guys?
could happen inside of a.
on. Thank you.
No, don't turn them all on. Just turn it twice.
There you go.
That's what.
Well, you handle things your way. I'll handle things my way, Winter. All right. Feel me?
I'm just gonna try and get Isabella and Alexandria to the safest place possible.
So as part of your high-level monk ability, I believe when you
I'd use a key point to dash of the wind, and I can bring them with me because
Yeah,
they're within 5 feet of me.
so you're just going to grab onto them, and because of the harness that's like essentially treating your baby as an object instead of a creature, right?
Baby's an
You're able
object,
to.
bitch.
How far do you move?
I,
'Cause you're able to
I
get them
would-
to definite safety.
I'd have 100 feet. I'd move them just as. Like, they're not doing anything behind them. Like, the 3 of them are not doing nothing behind them.
The meteor hit the temple behind them,
Oh.
but not like immediately behind.
Okay, then what about the path back to the city?
Yeah, because of the limitations of Firestorm, I'm pretty sure I've only got like 40 feet of building, so you can easily get past that and out of the way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I would just go past that. Yeah, this is just one of those neutral moments. Like, I don't know what to do. There's 2 different sides.
That's totally fair, yeah. So at the end of Winter's turn, the crowd is going to go on initiative count 20. Basically, what you guys see is all of the remaining posters, all at once, burn up like flash paper, like you saw with the identify spell before. Every single person that had them in their hands sort of singes, but no real damage to them. It does, however, totally send the crowd in a panic. You hear voices screaming like, "Where's my baby? Help!" And then there's other ones like, "Warmongering Athenians!" And you see like
You're right, Roscoe.
a tomato thrown. But the crowd starts to panic, starts to run in either direction. Isabella and the
We
Winter
don't know if they're evil.
are
That's
pulled
the
out of the
thing.
way.
Dude, you're on the anyway.
Now it's Isabella's turn.
The only time I ever had the chance to do anything evil, I just stole from you. Say that shit.
Are you mad?
We're having a difference of opinion.
It's a tense situation, almost like confused, panicked. I can't do that anymore. So we're going to wait. Can I? No, I could do it with freedom of movement. Who do you think would be better to get a death horde, you or the baby?
The baby.
Okay, so just to be safe, Isabella is going to use her 1 4th level spell slot, cast Death Horde on Alexandria. That's her action. Stu,
Your turn.
what would you like to do? Stoneborn?
What?
Stu.
Sorry, Stu is right here. I got the wrong. I just met these characters. Give me some break. Give me some slack.
So, is there anybody in front of me and the 3 people casting these spells?
Right now, you can kind of see that like barbarian-looking fellow, the kobold, has sort of interposed himself between your group and this group.
Is the kobold with them?
Yes.
Okay.
God damn it, boys.
I'm not going to take out any weapons just yet.
Okay.
I do want to approach the 3 though.
Yeah, you can do that. Do you want to talk to them? Do you want to try and make an influence action?
I want to talk to them. Like, is there any people being hurt by this?
I'm not going to make you roll for it. You can't see it right now.
Or I meant to say that to the 3.
Oh, you say it out loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were asking me.
I forgot to put the accent on.
I'll say Xenia, as the speech giver, goes, "The only one to be hurt today is the gods.
I'm in front of all these people.
To get them out, they need to hear the truth." Garoff, you are on deck with Island.
Well,
On deck. On deck.
yes,
Ooh, I'm on deck.
I have no affinity for these gods.
Do, 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 do.
As long as no one's being hurt. And I'm not going to attack them. I'm actually just going to go back to my spot and sit back down.
Huh.
You should join us. We need all the help we can get.
I have no affinity for
Garoff.
Garoff is going to. I'm going to try to move 20 feet forward.
You can do that.
Okay. I'm
It's still
going-
kind of panicking, but you're able to push your way through the crowd.
Cool. So I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith towards Mr. Sneerboy.
All right. You put a Guardian of Faith down right next to this strange figure that
It's going to be a
cast
moon.
this spell. Oh, this massive, like,
Massive moon, harvest moon.
moonlight erupting out
You
from
okay?
it. You can see this, like, sort of. It does just look like a rotating astral body there. Does that happen at the top of his turn then?
Large spectral guardian appears and hovers for duration within an
30
unoccupied period that you can see within range. The guardian occupies the space and is invulnerable, and it appears in the form appropriate for your deity or pantheon.
Aha. Here it is.
Come on.
Any
Yeah.
enemy that moves to a space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, makes a dex save.
Or it takes 20 radiant damage.
Fantastic. So that is your action
Mm-hmm.
to cast that. Do you want to do anything else? You moved a little
Well,
bit.
it's a concentration, so... Oh, no, it isn't.
Actually,
actually,
it just
it's not.
lasts.
No.
It
Yeah.
stays for 8 hours if I don't get rid of it. So,
Or I think until it runs out of, it's got a certain number of points.
are they still side by side? Yeah, it has
Pretty much.
60. It has 60 points. So, I mean, obviously, I centered it on him, but it might be getting heard.
It'll definitely be hitting the speech giver. You're not sure if it'll hit Lysander or not at this range. I'm gonna roll die when it comes to it.
Okay. So,
You're
this is the first time playing a cleric, so can I do something else? Can I cast? I can't cast another spell, can I? Or-
right. You can't cast another spell that requires a spell slot, and most of your cantrips are not bonus actions. I don't know if he was given. I'm pretty sure he has like an action he can do and a reaction he can do as part of his subclass kit. There's not a lot of bonus actions.
I think there was one bonus action he got.
I think because you can't cast Healing Word, that's probably going to be your turn. But go ahead and look that up. We're going to keep moving, and I will retcon that.
Yeah,
if you
okay,
can
that's
think
fine.
of a bonus action.
I do have
Isla.
one word, by the way.
It's your turn, Isla.
Sorry.
Hand it over here, I'll take it. There's an empty.
There's one left.
Ooh. Go ahead and eat it, somebody.
I'm gonna bonus action steady aim and non-lethally fire at Lysander or at fucking goatee man. Because his spell went off. Lysandrix's didn't.
No, she, me, or something.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that one
she
did happen.
did.
Hell with that, you're meteor swimming. I'm stabbing. Stabby jabby.
Go ahead and roll to hit at
I
advantage.
don't know what
This
my
is
plus is. Give me.
What?
moratorium. You stab him, we slap him.
I'm chaotic neutral.
You're chaotic neutral? I'm lawful.
I seen all this chaotic shit going on. And I was like, I know where this is going. Let's get it. If I was doing some shit like this, I know what I'd be doing. So
Absolutely.
23.
that's
Hits.
what I rolled. That's what I rolled. Rogues unite. He has food, doesn't he, Nexus? Are you gonna leave him? Or are you gonna stay loyal?
34 damage. And that's my turn. And I'm gonna pack up.
Yeah, good kitty.
Pack up my dice.
Yeah, good.
Isla can move.
What
Garak,
did you deal?
the Slayer, immediately at the top of his turn, is going to turn to Abyss and go, "Get away from her!" He's going to draw his greatsword.
Yep.
Rage.
You say Goric?
Garak.
Garak.
We
You can call
fought
him the
together,
Slayer.
you little fucker. I'm gonna punt your ass.
And I should be able to mark
The
that.
neutral
Yeah, I
fighting
can.
doesn't make any sense.
Activate
I
rage.
just said that when you should have started going off. I already knew where that was going. If that's the case, then I'm playing a more evil character than you.
Yeah.
Reckless attack
Okay.
as part of this rage.
Don't you get
One
that?
effect. Okay, so I'm just gonna take 2 attacks.
Okay.
The first one is 24.
Shield.
Okay, so that misses.
Mhm.
So as part of that missing, the graze on the greatsword.
That's fine.
The ability modifier used to make the attack. Yes, sorry, 5 damage.
Yep.
And then the second one, I rolled a 29 damage.
Yep, that hit.
Okay. That one does 19 slashing damage.
Okay, so a total of 24.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and sorry, his. Yeah. His wild magic surge goes off. I think at his level he gets to roll 2. I'm dropping dice now, and I can't even see it.
Hang on,
I think at his level he can do 2. Yeah.
Thank you.
Feeling better, Nathan? You know you're throwing the bench.
All of a sudden he's surrounded by multicolored protective lights. His AC goes up, and anyone within any of his allies within 10 feet goes up. So that's everything he can do. Now, it's the figure in the trench coat. Ice
See ya.
erupts
She's
from
leaving.
this figure as he uses his bonus action to activate innate sorcery. It's like an outline of him in jagged icicle forms. No matter which way you look at him, it's behind him. As part of this, he's going to be able to use 2 of these. So what we're going to do is it's going to be a transmuted, we'll say transmuted subtle spell. Ice erupts from the air as the fiery meteors turn blue, ice cold. No verbal components at all. He raises his hand and magic erupts from the air. A 9th level cold meteor swarm on these buildings again. Now it is Xenia's turn. Xenia, bonus action, Hexblade's Curse on Isla, who just hit Farkas.
No, not allowed.
Yes, allowed, it's not a spell.
Not allowed. I'm saying no. I make the rules.
Unfortunately, that's not how that works.
Let's see, I think I have...
You're gonna
Yeah.
be like that, Rocky.
It happens.
A party, a pooper.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is an Eldritch Blast. You can hear me, Eldritch Blast! 26.
To hit?
Yeah, 15.
The
Natural
15
one.
does not hit. The natural one does not hit it.
23.
I don't know, shield.
I think you do.
Do I?
You can.
I definitely should already know. Then shield. So one of those doesn't hit.
Is it on your spell list
Oh,
right
my
now?
word.
Well, I didn't prepare my spells until 5 minutes ago because I hadn't done my spells.
I thought you had.
So I hadn't
Did you take
So
any
what was
radiant
on your
damage
spell
to
list
receive it
currently?
immune to it?
sprayed.
Oh, I'm
cards,
sorry.
so-
I need each of these guys to make dex saves, or at least 2 of them. So let me.
So 2 of them hit.
Oh, 2 hit.
2 hit.
Okay, so the first one does 20 force damage, and the second one is 19.
That's okay, just prepare it tomorrow.
Action, bonus action. She is going to basically stand. She's going to draw her sword, this strange, ice-like katana. This long, sort of frigid blade that, like, cold steam is like falling off of it. She draws the frozen blade.
That'd be-
But that is her action, bonus action. Takes an attack, everything she can do. So let me resolve those 2 dex saves. I'm going to do hers first. 9.
what do you-
Oh, I think that makes it.
That fails.
Oh, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna roll that, and then I have to roll something else for Farkas.
That's the first time you've said his name.
Oh, thanks. Also 9. So each of them are going to take 20 radiant.
Oh, that's the second time you said his name.
Is it?
Yeah. You said it before.
Beetlejuice.
As these 2, and then technically, because he had advantage on initiative, I need to roll in the wild magic table. So I get 2 choices here. If I could see that real quick, one of them is 58, the other is 32. If you have page 150 on the player's handbook, I can try and find it.
That's
It's
Rasmus's
marked.
advantage, right?
It's marked in Rasmus' book.
Okay.
150?
So I had 32.
Cast a spell.
Oh, he definitely wants that one. Or I could do 58. Yeah, I'm going to do 32. So the next time he casts a spell that deals damage in the next minute, he does the highest number possible for his damage dice.
That's like an instant max.
That happens after his meteor storm goes off.
Well, that's good.
So, boom, 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 meteor swarm. 2 hits from the Guardian of Faith, successful. Tony. It's Tony's turn.
It is Tony's turn. He would have been right next to me. So he's gonna, I'm gonna free action look at Tony and say, "Fuck this, let's go." And he's gonna grab me and cast Dimension Door.
All right. I meant to tell you which ones of his spells we had prepared today, but I did not. So you're going to cast Dimension Door. Where'd you like to go?
Back to the ship.
Okay. You're not quite able to get there, but 500 feet takes you pretty close.
Okay.
You're in a different district, so yeah, basically that takes you out of the district.
Okay. There we go.
Top of the round. We probably don't have time.
No.
Hey, but we made it through this round.
I won.
Okay, so I am going to do one thing here. I'm gonna resolve this Guardian of Faith. If she fails, I think the Guardian's over because it will have dealt 60 damage.
Right.
But if it succeeds, it continues.
What about this invulnerable thing it says?
They can't hurt it. It doesn't move, and it stays there. But if they're in the way, they can't do damage to it. They would have to dispel something. It's invulnerable to all damage, so we could try and hit it, nothing happens. But they've been hitting the rogues because the rogues struck first. So Lysandrix rolls a 10 on the save, which means she also takes 20 radiant damage. Sort of looking at her friends, looking around. Everyone make an insight check.
Everyone?
Yeah. Sorry, not you because you're out of fun.
Right. I was
You
like,
just left, so
wrong.
not an insight check.
19?
I'll succeed.
18?
That's just enough. Also.
19.
Okay.
4.
So the three of you are kind of getting a bead on Lysandrix. She's talking out loud, but there are pauses where the four of them are looking at each other and not saying anything.
We're
On
still
a
at the con.
On an 18, they've got some sort of telepathic communication going on. Thank you. Lysandrix is within 10 feet of all of her friends. So she's going to try and cast teleport. Tony and Abyss are not there.
Can I?
No magic barbarian.
Are you a mage slave?
Fuck you, counterspell.
Oh.
I was going to say, Isabella is the other one that knows counterspell.
I don't counterspell because I'm
I
like
took
funky
Isabella
ass
over 100 feet
rapier.
away.
Yeah, she's gone.
She's gone, but I can cast counterspell.
Right, Isabella is too far away. So you cast counterspell, and what happens... So I'm going to roll just to... It's going to resolve that, essentially. If I can figure out where her... Okay, +5. So a 10 doesn't succeed. What happens now is Farkas takes his reaction.
To counterspell me?
Yes. This is a heightened, subtle counterspell. So there's not even a hand motion. You just feel an immense magical presence as you attempt to cast your own counterspell. Please roll a Constitution save with disadvantage.
Double 20.
Mm. $15.
His save is 19. I'm sorry.
My other one.
So the counterspell is countered back with this just enormous. It feels like the magic is about to leave your hand, and then it just freezes
It's
solid.
through my rapier.
Right, it's trying to leave the rapier, and then your rapier gets ice cold. Because it's not a spell slot, you do expend the charge. All four of them are gone. Panic in the streets, but you all are okay. The last thing I'm gonna do, we do still need to resolve any crew you want to hire before we get off into space. I didn't have quite enough time to do what I was hoping for. However, as you sort of gather your bearings, you all look around, sort of in a different space. I'll say Abyss and Tony see it first. A spelljammer lifts off from Crete, a Shrike ship, and disappears towards the moon. You have a sinking feeling that you know who was on that ship.
Good luck, guys.
Last thing, and then we're gonna end it. Isla, please roll me a d20.
Look how you told me I could pack up my dice and then you made me roll 30 times.
I'll let you roll for, one of mine.
No. Natural 20.
Natural 20 on my random encounter table.
That's bad, isn't it?
That should be good.
Depends on how you make it.
As the crew of these two Spelljammer vessels packs up, they issue out their crew, they pick up the simulacrum and your equipment, and as you are setting off towards the moon, what you see descending towards Mediterrania proper is a lighthouse.
Yes!
On a barren little piece of rock.
Yes!
This massive lighthouse that appears to have some sort of a star burning at its top. It's fractured into a gap in the middle where it moves as two pieces as if they were one. And that's all the time we have for Mediterrania.
Does that remind you?
You all level up.
What?
As part of meeting Xenia's revolutionaries. You all level up to level 12.
Yay.
There is no experience or monsters that will level you up in this game. I've decided that your goal of your quest is to explore portals. But if you guys want to level up, you have to engage with my rival adventuring party. Does that make sense? It's the interactions you have with these people that are going to get you more levels. And that is all the time we have. Welcome to Mediterrania Uprising.
Oh shit.
Interesting.
Thank you all. Please remember to like and subscribe, leave comments. We love your contributions. Bye for now.